History isn't just written as a record of what happened. It's about what we can learn from it. First Chronicles isn't just a list of names and events. It's a reminder that God's promises don't expire, even when everything falls apart. We remember the past differently when we've been through something, and that's what First Chronicles does for Israel. It's not just a repeat of history. It's a retelling with a purpose. While First and Second Kings shows the fall of the kingdom, First Chronicles reminds the people who they really are. This book kicks off with the genealogy, a deep dive into the roots of God's people, from Abraham to Adam, from Judah to David. And it might seem like a long list of names, but it's more than just a history lesson. It's a reminder God's promises don't die in exile. The past still matters, and the covenant that God has with his people still stands. First Chronicles was written for people trying to rebuild, literally and spiritually. After exile, they needed to remember who they were and where they came from. And most importantly, that God's promises still stood. And tucked away in this genealogy is a hidden gem, the prayer of Jabez. It's just 2 verses found in chapter 4, verses 9 and 10, but it packs a punch. It's a small moment, easy to overlook, but speaks to a big truth. Bold prayers can lead to big changes. And then David takes center stage, not just as king, but as a man after God's own heart. And unlike First and Second Kings, which details his flaws, First Chronicles highlights his leadership, his devotion, and his preparation for something bigger than himself, the temple. He doesn't get to build it, but he lays the foundation both literally and spiritually. And that's a lesson in and of itself. Sometimes the most important things we do aren't for us to finish. Then there are David's mighty men, his ride-or-die warriors who stood with him through the thick and thin. They weren't just soldiers, they were men of loyalty, of courage, and action. In a world obsessed with status, First Chronicles remind us that what really matters is who you stand with and what you stand for. So what's your foundation? First Chronicles isn't just about the past. It's about legacy, faithfulness, and building something that lasts. What are you laying down for the next generation? Read First Chronicles for yourself. Let it shape how you move forward. And as always, go lift somebody up.